Hi, I'm Dr. Danett, and welcome to Yoni Box. Well, happy spring, we made it. It is springtime. Yay! Uh, Winter, I feel like every season has its place, but spring is its own very wonderful and special thing. So in this video, it's spring again. I will be talking to you about some of the ways that you can use spring, the energies of spring for optimal health. So, I am a doctor of acupuncture and Asian medicine, and there's a whole philosophy and tenets in terms of the relationship between our health and our environment. So, what's going on seasonally is really important because each season has its own organ energies that are said to dominate during that particular time of year, and by tending to the things that help those organ energies do well, then our health does well, and we can first prevent harm, and we can do things to be more in harmony with the season, assist those organ energies, and improve our health. So for the springtime, the two organ energies of note are the liver and the gallbladder, and the things that I'll be listing will be very helpful for these organ energies. So spring, right? What we start noticing to happen is little bits of green start coming out of the ground, right? Sprouting, right? So it's interesting for each of the elements and for each season there are associated colors, and the color of spring is green. Green foods are always great, but green foods are really, really important in particular at this time because of the healing effect it has on the liver energy and on the gallbladder energy. And these sprouts that come up are, this is an excellent time of year to have sprouts because of the renewing energy that's in there, and that's also helpful for the liver. And pretty much you want to be going more light with the foods, and many people will notice that this happens naturally, in the winter time, because it's colder, and where you're at, based off of where you're at geographically, as soon as spring happens, it's still, it may not be spring weather right away. But, as we get more into spring, you want to lighten up your diet. Definitely don't want to be doing fried foods, chemicals, alcohol, anything that is particularly burdening to the liver energy, that has more of a heavier quality from it, because the liver energy likes to be able to move and to flow, and those things hamper the energy of the liver. You definitely want to make sure that you have a good exercise regimen in place. Sometimes that's not so hard to convince people of, because as we get closer to summertime, people want their bodies to look a certain way. But on an internal level, getting to have an exercise regimen is always important, but you definitely want to make sure that you're moving, that this exercise regimen will help your chi and blood to move, which has the liver be very happy. This, in my opinion, is a better time to do a cleanse or fast if that is what you are into, which I think they definitely can be very beneficial. These equinoxes, in my opinion, are a bit better than the extreme conditions, the extreme weathers that generally happen at solstices. So the solstices during the winter and the summer. Winter, we say the yin is the most extreme. Summer, we'd say the yang is the most extreme, and each of those times is when the yin energy will flip to yang and the yang to yin. But in the spring and the fall time, we're at equi. There's more of we're not at either extreme, so it's a perfect time to do a cleanse or fast. I definitely recommend that if you're going to do a cleanse where you're just on liquids, that you really think about your how much energy you are putting out. All of it is really dependent on your individual health. So if you're doing anything like that, it's best to be under supervision by a competent health practitioner. But I just think that it's really important that, you know, when you're cleansing or you're fasting, and cleansing, you know, I have used the distinction because fasting often, sometimes people interchange them, but fasting is more so not eating, and maybe just drinking bits of water throughout the day. Cleansing is significantly modifying your diet, but you're still intaking nutrients. That's how I'm using those terms here. But if you are doing either, you want to look at how much energy you are giving out. So to me, one of the perfect times that you can do, you know, if you really want to do a fast or you're doing a cleanse, maybe over a weekend or a period of days where you don't have to, you know, if you're in an urban area, have to be on the subway or be in traffic and those sorts of things. You know, and you also want to make sure that you're allowing your body enough time to rest and to process, because even if it doesn't feel like it, your body is working. It's working, you know, if you're doing a fast or a cleanse, to get rid of the things that your body doesn't need. It's cleansing itself from the additional, things that your body doesn't need that many of us have picked up from during the winter time. So for the springtime, to recap, you want to make sure that you're eating plenty of greens. You want to keep it light, and you want to exercise. Okay? So take really good care. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful spring. And if you have any health inquiries, concerns, I can be reached by email at drbean@backtothemiddle.com. You can also check out yonibox.com for more wonderful health information. Take excellent care. See you next time. Love being a woman.